Appreciate you guys, brother.
Yo.
What's up, Levi? Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you.
Ready to get started?
Ready.
All right, Mookie will have our first question.
Excuse me. Levi Wallace, Wookie Hawkins, Waffle Sports Cincinnati. What's going on, big guy?
What's going on? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. We all know what Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce bring to the table and all the attention that those guys draw. But Byron Pringle has been pretty much the invisible go-to guy. So how important is it not to lose sight of number 13?
Yeah. My third time going against Pringle now. And he's a crafty dude. He really is. And even just looking at the game last week, we hit a double move in the red area. I mean, he's the kick returner? He got some speed too, and it's just hard for a guy like that to get the recognition that he deserves, but he's a really good player. And even number 11, I think Robinson, those guys are pretty good. And they don't get a lot of credit because they're behind some of the best players in the league, but those guys definitely deserve their flowers too.
Now, hey, man, you've been doing an awesome job. You're part of this air traffic control unit I was just speaking with Mike and Emporia about. But when teams watch film, quarterbacks pretty much pick and choose where they want to go with the ball. Do you feel disrespected the way they target you on third downs, and how will you be able to control that outcome?
Third downs? I honestly don't know when they target me. You might be knowing that a little bit more better than me. It just comes back to the play call. I think it's just a little bit more on my plate, and I'm expected to win. But like I said, I really don't pay attention when I'm targeted, to be honest. I just try to win my rep each and every rep. So.
Absolutely, man. I know you'll get the job done out there this week. Good luck Sunday.
Appreciate it.
Hey, Levi, it's Sal here. How are you, buddy?
I'm good, Sal. How you doing?
I'm good. How important is tackling in this game from the secondary? It seems like their offense has really morphed into one that they trust their guys to get it underneath. They go for yards after catch a lot. I think Pat, his receivers are number 1 or 2 in the league with yards after catch. How important is that part of the game this week, especially?
Yeah, I think even studying film, Sal, I think from even the first time we played them, they were always looking for like the go ball and the deep ball and explosive plays. I think Mahomes is trusting his guys a little bit more, throwing it down, just little check downs and watching his players break tackles and get those yards after catch. And so it's extremely important, like it is every week. And we have to go out there and do a great job, take great angles, because so many times, you can see, especially 10 on the field, just how he takes guys' angles. I mean, it's different seeing him on TV than being on the field with him, just how fast and explosive he is. So just getting guys to the ball and taking great angles is definitely important this week.
And I don't think we spoke to you after the game. I know I didn't, just so I apologize. I know this is going back. Can you just describe what you saw in that interception on Saturday night?
Mine or Micah's?
Yours.
They came over and they ran double outs. I think we practiced it all week. And Matt did a great job of playing it. He played the play. And, he tipped it up. And I was just locked in on, I thought I was longer than what I was. And I had to, double catch it. But, it was I left I left my feet forward. And it took a lot of focus to bring that in. And then, I get kind of nervous trying to get up and getting the ball punched out. I take my interception and I'll just stay down there. And Poe was like, get up. I'm like, man, look, I got the interception. I did my job. So it was a good play by Matt and great catch by me. So.
Thanks, Levi.
Levi, John Worrell. Good. Following up on Sal's question, what about Micah's interception? What was your angle and when did you see him coming?
So what was it? I don't even remember what down. I was on Aguilar and he ran the dig and go. And I should have known it was coming, because I broke on so many digs the first time we did it. And he ran dig and go, but he ran it so far to the inside that it brought Micah to the party. And I knew 2-3 was back there somewhere, or Poyer. And, just trying those guys in the deep field is risky, especially with those guys in the range that they have. And so all I saw was a blue glare flash in front of me. And Micah, he's extremely gifted when it comes to his catching ability. I honestly haven't seen anyone who has ball skills the way he does. And so he made a great play, and I was excited for him.
Was it, I mean, there had to be a sense of surprise and maybe relief. I mean, you go from, oh, shoot, to, wow.
Relief. I mean, sure, you know what I mean? Like, I knew Micah was down there somewhere. I just didn't know exactly where. I'm looking at the receiver, hoping to gain some ground, and Mike came in and made that great play. You know, I knew we were single high, safety in the middle of the field. I knew Mike was down there somewhere. So he made a hell of a play, and I was excited for him for sure.
So maybe in that sense, the sense of trust that you've established with Mike and Jordan, knowing that they've got your backs in that way, how big has that become for you? In that secondary overall?
Yeah, it goes both ways. It goes both ways, depending on the call. And even after that play, I told him, I said, I'm not going to stop being aggressive. I'm still going to break as hard as I do on the digs because that's just what I do really well. I read it and I go. And they're like, yeah, we got you over the top. Like, you break, make a play. If you don't, we got you over the top. And so just having that trust, even when we're in quarters, and I'm like, yo, if he runs his dig, you break, and I'm going to fly high and help the other safety. Like, it's just the communication that we have and the trust that we have in each other is unparalleled, I feel like. Just the camaraderie that we've had, over 4 years now, 5 with T. White, Micah, and Poyer. Just the guys, just the way we are on and off the field, we have a lot of trust in each other and to get the job done. So it's been good.
Thanks, Levi.
Hey, Levi, how you doing? What is it about Josh Allen that makes the whole team want to run through a wall for him?
Listen, if you haven't been watching the games, man, I don't know what to tell you. You see guys, Josh is jumping over people, running through people, just getting us fired up, you know, and just having a leader like that. It's like, yo, like, I'm glad he's on my team for sure, but just off the field, just how he carries himself, you know, just how hard he works. I mean, he doesn't like a play in practice. He starts to play like, nah, we're running that back. We're running the whole thing back if we have to. And it's just so easy to get behind a guy like that who you know that just cares about his game and just wants the success for everyone around him. And he makes it easy for sure. So it's been good having him. And I mean, we came in the same year too. So just seeing his growth and develop, it's been amazing for sure.
Awesome. Thank you. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Hey, Levi, it's Jay with the Buffalo News. We've asked you a lot since Tre'Davious got hurt about, the secondary and how it's, stuck together and continued to play at a high level. Going into this game, though, does this feel like the biggest challenge that you guys will have faced since Trey got hurt?
I think week to week it's a challenge, honestly. I think it comes back to a game plan. I think Tampa Bay, it was a good challenge. Even Carolina with the two good receivers that they have. Atlanta has some good receivers too. So it goes back to the game plan and just relying on our fundamentals and trusting each other. I think that's what it boils down to. I think that's what's kept us together since Tre'Davious got hurt.
And along those lines, he gets hurt and there's, questions, right, about how the group is going to stay together. Was there a part of that either individually or collectively as a group where you guys took that as a challenge to show that, yeah, we're without, an all pro, but he wasn't the only piece of this secondary and that we can continue to do what we've been doing even without him? Was there kind of a challenge internally, I guess, that came with that?
No, I honestly don't think so. I think the standard's just been the standard, with and without him. I feel like it's been like that all year, no matter who gets hurt, who's out for a game, who's out for a play. The standard is a standard. We work hard to have our starters good, but as well as our backups, and everybody has a game plan. There's no hiccups, there's no mistakes. Everyone's still playing at a high level. That's just the standard when you come play Buffalo football.
Cool. Thanks, Levi. I appreciate the insight.
No doubt, Jay.
Hey, Levi, you mentioned Matt Milano's impact on your interception last game. The only game he's missed all season was last time you all played Kansas City. So just having him for this week and all year, what has he brought to this defense?
Matt is a special player. He really is. With his safety background, just being able to move the way he does at a linebacker position. And he's just one of those guys who's just so instinctive. And if he makes a mistake, I promise you he won't make it again. And he goes and he communicates and over-communicates what he sees on film. And it's just so fun to play with a guy like that. And, a lot of times since Tre'Davious has been out, I've been a little bit more to the boundary, it feels like. And so I've had to work with him a lot more and just just the way we're on the same page all the time. He just makes it easier for me to do my job. And then he's just a baller. He's just a player. He sometimes goes off script and makes plays, just knowing like he's so instinctive. He can do that. He has that ability. So having a guy like that who can just fly around, it's pretty special and unique for sure.
When you mention those instincts, twice in the same answer, how much can those help a guy like him and this defense as a whole as you guys get ready for the Kansas City offense?
Yeah, I think just with his matchups, I think he's going to be a key role, just like AJ was the first time we played him, and AJ's done a great job for us as well. He has great instincts as well, all the years that he has and experience. And Matt, he's going to be him. This game's not going to change him. He's not going to do more than what he does and not less than what he does either. He's going to be the same Matt Milano that I know, just a baller. So I look forward to seeing him ball this weekend.
Awesome. Thanks.
No doubt.
Hey, Levi, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, Ryan. I got you.
Thanks. I remember reading an interesting story about you in March that you actually told your agent, I want to go back to Buffalo. It's not about the money. We're going to win a Super Bowl. I'm wondering if you can tell me a little bit about that conversation you had. And now that the playoffs are here, does it feel like anything short of a Super Bowl would be disappointing for Buffalo? If that's a little different than last year when it was all about just winning that first playoff game in 25 years.
First of all, question for you. One, I don't know who wrote that. Two, is my
Not
phone
true?
tapped? I didn't I didn't know, is my phone tapped? Because I don't know who heard that conversation. But I did say that, I want to come back and have an opportunity to win the Super Bowl, knowing that we have to put in the same work. Knowing it's going to be just as hard to get back to this position back in the playoffs. And so I'm not going to say that winning the Super Bowl is going to be disappointment because we're not there yet. We have Kansas City in our way. And it's one game at a time. This is a great challenge for us, one of the best teams in the AFC. And we look forward to the challenge like we did last year. And we came up short. So it's definitely, a little bit more motivating, especially for me, knowing that this is going to be one of those games where it's win or go home.
Yeah, you got to look into that. NFL Network might have your phone tapped. Yeah.
No doubt.
Thanks, Levi.
I'm coming for you, Brian.
Hey, Levi, how are you?
I'm good, Matt. How you doing?
I'm good. I asked Micah about this, and there's been some comparisons of Isaiah McKenzie to Deebo Samuel the last couple of weeks. Since he's had kind of a larger role in the offense. Obviously, different body types, but in terms of just how he's used and all the different ways that you can use him, that's kind of where more of the comparisons are coming from. How hard is that from a defensive perspective to prepare for a weapon like that in an opposing offense that can do so many things in the run and pass game?
You know what? I honestly compare him more to Tyreek Hill, if I can be honest, because they do line up Tyreek Hill as a running back too and hand the ball off to him too, and then move him all around. Try to give him the ball. He's effective. And so Isaiah McKenzie, he is a matchup problem. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. He is just one of those special guys. And I'm sitting on the sideline like, Isaiah has like real Olympic speed. And it's crazy. It's so hesitant. And it does remind me of Tyreek Hill, just how he can stop on a dime and start again. People are born with that. You can't teach that. And so just that ability that he has, that you move him all over the field, you have to know where 19 is at on the field at all times, because he is that fast that he can run a 60-yard play in an instant, run it over, and then get a jet sweep and turn it into a big play as well. So I'm glad that we have that guy on our team for sure. And then just him talking mess just makes it even worse.
I appreciate your insight, man. Thank you so much.
No doubt.
That's all we have for today. Thanks, Levi.
Peace.